Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm coming on today to make a card. Now I was asked by Kim Kelly if I was going to do any tutorials, demonstrations on how I make my cards. And I wanted to give it a go when I started this channel, so we will see how this goes. So I do the background in a few different ways. I have the technique I do with a jelly plate, and sometimes I just do straight ink blending on the card. So I'll start with this jelly plate. So what I like to use are these Elements inks from Lavinia Stamps. They are great on the jelly plate, and they are like Distress Oxides or Distress Inks. They react with the water, but they are so pigmented. So this one is in the pine. So I ink up my brayer and put an even coat all over the jelly plate. Like that. And then I like to use brushos. I have these little pixie pots, I think they're called, but they have just the smallest amount of brushos in the bottom, and you fill to the top with water, and that's the perfect consistency for these. So I take those and a fan brush. I'm going to go with, what colours do we have here? I'm going to go with the yellow, I think, to start with. Dip in a bit. I want to give a few taps first to get rid of the big splodges, because what you want on this jelly plate are lots of little tiny splashes. So just start splashing that all over the jelly plate. And I find with these, the smaller the splashes the better, but you do want, well, it depends what effect you're after, but for the ones where you get like a smudge, not a smudgy effect, but all the colours start blending together, you do want lots of little ones. So that's for the yellow. Dipping in some water, clean my brush. And I will go for leaf green, I think. You have to think what you want for your background, if you want all one flat colour, or if you want to build up some on the bottom for grass or ground. So that's what I'm going to do for this. I'm going to concentrate more at the bottom, but just a few all over, just so it's not block colour. Just a few there. And I think just for a little bit of extra depth, I'm going to go in with the emerald green. And just a few all over, just to bring it together. So that is that. I have this card. This is just normal card, but I think you might be better using watercolour card or mixed media card, but I do like a flat surface for my Lavinia card, so I haven't had any problems with this, because there's not a great deal of water on the card, so it starts going see-through. So pop that on there, give it a good rub. And what should happen is when you squash it down, all the brushos will mix together and give it that marbly look. No, it's a bit hit and miss, this one. It's not unusable. Let me try again. I think I may not have had enough brusho on this one. Ah, dear me. So I'm just putting some more of the elements on. Put the lid on that so I don't get splashes in my ink pad. Take my fan brush. I think what I need to do is put a bit more yellow just to get enough on the plate to get everything mixing together. So let's see. I can feel that splashing all over my face. Get a few more off doing it this way. One more for good luck. Right. I think what I might do is... No, I will do the leaf green as well. Thinking of not doing that one, but... Why not? Why not? And finish off with a bit of the emerald green. Just a few splashes. Take another piece of card and pull that off the jelly print to give it a good rub. The harder you press, the more the colours will mix together. No. Why is it working? It's because the camera's on. That's what it is. Because the camera's on. I think what I should have done is put more green in. Should I have put more green in? What have we got going on here? Not too bad. I think we can use these. I think we can use these. Yes, you can see where I've done the green on the bottom going lighter to the top. Yeah, I think we can use these. I think I'm going to use some of the new Lavinia stamps I won. Now I use a stamp platform because I know if I try and do it with acrylic block, I'll only print half the stamp. So I'll just give that a quick blast with the heat gun just to make sure it's completely dry before we try and stamp on it. There we go. Now this isn't a magnetised one, but I haven't had the papers move on me yet, so that's good. I'm going to use this stamp here, which is... This one is the Woodland Sprite one. I'll use this one. I'm going to have her coming from the corner, I think. Did you just see my head then? Coming from the corner. Around about there. Pick that up. I use the VersaFine Claire. Lovely, fantastic stamp. Fantastic ink pad this one is. It's such a crisp image using these. I love it. Right, so I'll ink this up. Make sure you get all that lovely detail covered. And the beauty of the stamp platform is if I miss anything, I can always go back in again. I'll give that a good rub and give it time to soak into the paper. How do we get on? Not too bad. I think I'll give it another one just for good luck. focusing more on the bits where there is big blocks of black. All I could push down. There, happy with that one. So take that off. I'm now going to use this stamp, which is English Bluebell. So I'm going to put that so it's behind her. And I'm going to use, which one is this? That's the Twilight. I'm going to use the VersaFine in the Fallen Leaves one, just a little bit of difference in the card. Good squish. Oh, good on the first one, that one. I'm going to move it just a little bit, and I think I'll have some coming off the side. Ink up again. That's only really the edges that are going to be done on this, but it's such a thin stamp. I end up catching it all anyway. Not saving any ink that way. There we go. Just caught the end, but it's just finishes it off. Right, what will we do next? I think I will put some grass on the bottom, I think, just to finish it off. Yeah, so I had this, is it called meadow grass? Oh, silhouette grass. This one is great for just finishing off the bottom of the card there. So I will, and I'm going to have to stamp this one twice because it's not quite big enough, but that's okay. I can't quite have it in the corner because I'm going to go off the end. Yeah, the surface of this, it's not shiny. It's got a bit of a, I don't know how to explain it. It's not rubber either, but I do find that the paper stays where it is. So I haven't had any problems yet. I do have a Tim Holtz one, you know, the big tonic ones, but I can't get along with that one. It doesn't quite work for me. I think this is a good size as well for these little cards. So I'll just take that bit off so I don't get someone I'm repositioning this. I'll put this one, yep. And I've used still the Fallen Leaves for this. There we go, just ground to the bottom there. Is that all we're going to do for the stamping? Is that all we're going to do? I'm not sure. We'll come back to that. See how we go once we've done a bit more ink blending. So put the stamp platform away for now. Oh, I'll put the lids back on. Which one's black? Ooh, find out later. Right, so I like to use one of the stencil brushes from Lavinia. So I'm going to go back in with the elements. I'll start with the pine one. Now these are very juicy. These ones aren't too bad now because I've had them for a while, but I just dab a bit off so you don't get a big splodge. And start in the corners and add a bit more ink. So it's the same colour that we used on the base, so it will all blend together nicely. Before we do that, actually, I'm going to do my moon. I've just bought these stencils. They came in the post today. They are the Tim Holtz layering mask for the moons. I haven't tried these yet. We'll see how they go. I usually use a circle of paper, but then after a while you have to keep pushing. Not pushing. What are those things called? Punching. Punching paper out. And I think if I can have one that I can just wipe clean, that'd be a lot easier. So you get 3 of the solid silhouettes and then 3 of these with the actual detail on. Do I want the detail with this one? I think for now I'm just going to do the solid one. I can always go in with the detail one after. I want it oh, it's good with these ones. You can see the ink through this as well. With the paper, you gotta hope you're getting it where you want it. You could do it with acetate, but I've never quite got around to doing that. So I think I will have it about there. Take the ink and just flick around the outsides of the stencil to start with, just so you get that more of a solid line. Yeah, oh, I didn't stamp off. Can you see all that extra ink that's on there? It might not be too bad for doing this actually, because I say I have used these. I use the greens a lot on the blue, so they are running out a bit. This is by no means a tutorial. I want to say that this is just how I found the best way for me to do it as I've been practicing. So once you've got that, just blend a bit just to smooth it out. Yeah, and you get that lovely silhouette of the moon then. I always find it's better to do the base lighter than you want, and then you can always go in and make the, after you've done the masking off, make everything else a bit darker. It's hard to get it light and keep the colour. You can, if you've done the brush show technique, put a bit of water on and ink blot it back. Or you can use, I've got them somewhere, pan pastels. And you can make it white, but I find this is the easiest way for me. So now we've got that there, we can go back in with the shading of the outside now. We know where to be careful. So focusing more on the corners for the darker areas just frames it all better, I think. And it really is slow layering, slowly building up that colour is better than just shoving it on, because you do get just going quite dark in some places and then you never really quite blend it out again. So if you gradually build it, you can stop when you're ready then. Whoops. See, this is not a tutorial, definitely a demonstration. More in this corner. I should be using a bit of paper or a bit of acetate or something just to keep my fingerprints off, but I always end up forgetting anyway, so I've just learned to. All adds to the card, all adds to the picture. Right, so that will be that for that. I think we do need a little something here, whether it's a little animal or extra flower. I think we might have a little snail. What's this one called? Oh, Snail Mini. And with these ones, it's good. You can use the acetate to see if you're going to like. Oh, he's a little cutie, isn't he? I think we will add him. Am I going to use a platform, or am I just going to cross my fingers? Cross my fingers and hope. Look at the size of it. Oh, perfect with a little step though. And I'm going to do this one in the black. Now, let me just dab a bit out. Yeah, is that black? Do they say on the back? Do they say anywhere on the back? Oh, it probably does, but I'm not going to see it. Let's go for this one. Whichever one it is, that's the one I wanted. That's the way to think of it. Whichever one it is, that's what it was always supposed to be. So I'll stamp him down the bottom. Again, give that time to soak into the paper. Oh. Not bad, not bad, not bad. At least with it not being quite perfect there, it can end up being the shadow after. So I know that's the black. Let me put the lid. Is this the black? Yes. Let me put the lids back on. So I've got to stick my finger in again. Right. So I like to use a wink of Stella on the wings. I'll just. Are you seeing any of this? I hope so. Colour that in. Some bits on these little bits that come down at the bottom. I like to take a white gel pen, and where the moon will be reflecting off, I like to add just... Hold on, Let me get this pen started off first. There we go. Just add some little bits, little highlights. You could do it with a white gel pen, you could do it with some glitter. Sometimes I'll end up going back over it again with glitter when I add some to the moon. For now, I'll do it with a white pen. Some details down the bottom. And where that hasn't quite caught, that will be intentional now. Cheating. I like to add some little dots. I do have a Posca pen somewhere, but I've used it once since I bought it and it's disappeared, which means it's on the floor somewhere, but I can't find it. Just add these in a few different sizes. Could be stars, they could be fairy magic, they could be glow flies, could be whatever you like. Just have them going a bit smaller towards the bottom. I like to have, I got any here, fold a piece of card just for the glitter. I usually got one that I use all the time, but I haven't got that out yet. So for the glitter, I like to use this diamond dust. It's lovely and shimmery. I've had this for ages, absolutely ages, and it's hardly gone down at all, so brilliant. So I'll take my Quickie glue pen, one of these little peg glue pens, just start it off a bit. And I like to highlight just one side of the moon, so not in any particular pattern. Just usually have it starting thicker and tapering off on both sides. So you can always add more after, but we'll see how that goes. My card. And can you see how shimmery that is? This is gorgeous stuff. And it wasn't too bad. I think I got it for £1.90 when I bought it. Lovely. As I say, it's lasting me forever, so great value. Now, I say it's going to last for a long time. It all depends whether I miss when I get it back in the bottle. Otherwise, there's plenty of it all over my table. So we've got a bit there. I think we could add a bit of glitter where I've done some of the white. I think have a bit of sparkle. So I say sometimes just where I've done the white before, if I think no, actually that would be better with glitter, just do it again. I think we'll put a little bit on his shell. The rest back in the bottle. Oh, you see, all over the desk. That means there will be glitter all over my face. No doubt about it. It'll be sparkling everywhere. Don't mind a bit of sparkle. Now you could do a sentiment or something here. I think I will be leaving this one blank, and then a bit closer to the time, I can always put one in or add something extra. So what I'll do now is put a black border around the outside, and I'll be back. And there we have it. That is the card all finished off now. I matte and laid it with a thin black one and then just popped it on a plain card base. So that's all ready to go. And so you can put your sentiment on, you can stamp things in the middle. So I hope you enjoyed that. Not bad for a first try. Oh dear, I've just added a few more of the white dots down the bottom as well, just to fill it up a bit. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.